What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you will have seen by the title, I am doing a Q&A. Now there's only a few questions because I don't have like many followers or anything, but it's questions that I get asked a lot through Instagram and Twitter and stuff about my lifestyle and how I have lost my 12 kilos and how I, stay motivated and stuff. So I've got a couple questions that I just figured I would answer in a video for anyone who keeps asking. And if anyone's wondering what my green smoothie is today, it will be in my next video. Okay, so the first question I've got is from Tawny, and she says, how do you stay motivated? Because with my fitness page, I have a whole week where I want nothing to do with healthy eating and working out. How do you maintain motivation every single day? Now, this is one I get quite a lot. Like, lots of people are always like, oh my god, you're so motivated, you're so dedicated, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, that's not what I think it is. I wouldn't say that I'm motivated to go to the gym every day. I'm more disciplined. Like, a lot of the time, I don't feel like going to the gym first thing in the morning. Like, if I've had a late night, or I've had a busy week, or I've had a busy weekend, sometimes working out is the last thing I want to do. But I just kind of force myself, to be honest. I think that getting into a routine is probably my best advice, because being in a routine makes me not even really think about it. Like, my alarm goes off and I just get up and I go to the gym and I do a workout and then I feel good for the rest of the day. I definitely would recommend going early in the morning, or not early in the morning, but making it the first thing you do in the morning, going to the gym, because then for the rest of the day I just feel like a lot better. I'm definitely not someone who works out in the afternoon or at night very often at all. I really struggle with that. That's not something I like to do. Whereas if I have worked out in the morning, it's very rare that I'm then going to like eat bad or, be lazy with my day, because I feel like I just get so much energy after a workout, especially a HIIT workout. I think that gives me like more energy than sleeping in would. I don't really know how to even explain how I stay motivated. I mean, seeing differences and stuff is definitely something that motivates me more. Like, if I fit into an old pair of pants, or when I fit into my old play suit. I'll insert a photo here. Little things like that, which just sort of like re-motivate me when I need it. I find scrolling through Instagram at other people doesn't really motivate me as a tactic. Watching health vlogs and stuff definitely does though. Like, I watch Sarah's Day, I watch Whitney Simmons, is that her name? Yeah, Whitney Simmons, I follow her. Megan Music something, I don't really remember her name very well either. But I just follow, like, I would rather watch a vlog on someone making healthy recipes and healthy treats and stuff like that. Gets me way more motivated than scrolling through Instagram. Actually just probably makes me more insecure. So yeah, I would say it's more of a discipline than motivation. Getting into a routine and watching health vloggers are probably the ways that I stay most motivated and that just keep me on track. The next question is from Chantel, and this was on Twitter, and she said, was there anything, sorry, she has two questions. The first one was there anything you found hard when you knew you wanted to lose weight? And the second one is, how did you start? Now, this is something that's kind of strange, because I just literally started one day. I fluctuate quite easily. Like, I gain and lose weight, like I gain weight really easily. And so I just sort of found, this time last year, I was living with my best friend Sammy, and I kept getting these really bad feelings with the fact that I was way bigger than her, which is sort of probably not a healthy way to look at yourself, because I think like we're all different and stuff, but I'm a lot shorter than her, and I don't know, I got quite like, every time we were taking photos I was like, oh my god, I look so big, like when have I gained all this weight? Like, I don't really know what happened, but eventually I was like, oh my god, like I need to sort this out. Like, and when we were going to parties and stuff, she was looking all really good in all these play suits and stuff, and I just couldn't fit into anything like nicely, and nothing really seemed to be flattering on me. And eventually it just, like, it was just really sad, and I just kept thinking really negatively about how I looked and stuff, which, is not a healthy way to be anyway. Like, I think everyone is the way they are and everyone's beautiful, and I think I had a really negative mindset on how I looked and how I perceived myself, and how I thought how other people would look at me. Not that anyone really cares about anyone else's body, because they're worried about their own, but that was something that was on my mind a lot. And I kept thinking like, yeah, on Monday I'll start, on Monday I'll start, and it just didn't happen. And then I would go through stages where I was like, oh, I don't even care, like it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just meant to be a big girl, like maybe that's just the way my life is supposed to pan out, like, oh well. And I would just eat chocolate and chips and stuff and just sort of accepted it, but was never happy with it. So then it was the 1st of July 2017 and I went to the gym Monday morning and just kept going at that point I went 6 days a week and was doing high intensity training every single day. But yeah, and I just kept going and going, and eventually I lost a heap of weight. And I started, you know, after a couple of weeks of doing it, you feel heaps better, and I had lots more energy, and then started seeing differences and stuff. So I guess originally it was to lose weight, and then I realised how good I felt, and then I did lose some weight, and then I felt even better, and it's just sort of been like a bit of a spiral of good stuff. You know how like people spiral out of control in a bad way? Mine's been sort of like the opposite. Like I, you know, lost some weight and I felt better, and then I fit into an old pair of pants and I'm feeling even better, and you know, like I'm trying new recipes that are healthy so that I'm feeling even better, and then I'm cooking sweet treats so then I'm not feeling neglected by, you know, like I don't feel like I'm missing out as much by having desserts and stuff, because then I'll just have like a healthy alternative, but it's really yummy and healthy, so then I feel even better. Like, I don't know, it's just sort of like one thing after another. It's been really good for my mental health, because I don't know, everything sort of just got better. How did you start? I literally just signed up, back up to the gym, and went on the Monday morning and just kept going, and slowly did more and more research into things, and that was when I started following health channels and stuff. And you know, like I learned a lot through Sarah's Day, especially. She's probably been one of my biggest influences on like health foods and like how you can make healthy desserts and stuff like that, and it just sort of went from there. Now another one off Twitter, 2 questions again from Ella, and she says, what has been your hardest thing about losing weight for you? And then her second question is, have you had a day or week or something while you've been on your health journey where you either succumb to eating unhealthy or fast food? So I'll answer the first one first. What's been the hardest thing for losing weight? Probably for me, having patience, because losing weight takes a long time. Like, especially for my body at the moment, it is in a bit of a plateau, and because I've been doing the same style of training for a while, it's like stuck in this one weight and this one sort of shape. So you just have to be really patient and like remember that it doesn't happen overnight. Like I've been on this journey for 7 months now, you know, and I've lost 12 kilos and my body has changed a lot, and I fit into different things, but really like some weeks I'm like, oh my god, like I have been so perfect this week, I haven't eaten a single bad thing, I've drank so much water, I've been to the gym lots, why have I not lost weight? And I think that's something which you have to sort of get yourself out of. You know, I don't weigh myself as often anymore because I don't want to put myself in that mindset, and I just think that patience has been like the hardest thing for me, especially because I wanted to lose a certain amount before like my 21st birthday, and then I wanted to lose a certain amount before Hayden and I went on holiday. And you know, having milestones is really good, but I had to try not to put too much pressure on myself. And you know, eventually you just sort of like, I look at where I started and how could I be unhappy with it taking a little while when I can see such a difference in myself, and I'm so different mentally. And you know, you just have to remember to be patient, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes months and months of hard work to see real difference and to make real change in your life. So you know, that's probably one thing I would say. You know, you're not going to lose 10 kilos in a month. Like, that's unrealistic, and that's sort of where my mindset used to be at. I'm like, oh, if I just did it for a few weeks, like, I'll be fine. But, you know, it takes a lot more than that. It takes a lot of dedication and, you know, yeah. And the second part about sometimes indulging and stuff, now that I'm sort of a bit more comfortable and a bit more balanced with my body, I do every now and then fall off the bandwagon just like a little bit. If I'm going out for a night, like drinking alcohol and stuff, I try and drink vodka soda so that it's low calorie and I don't feel as bloated and gross, because I really do feel gross after I've been drinking. So I try and have vodka soda to try and help that a little bit. But you know, when you're out drinking, that's often when you indulge a little bit more. I've had a lot of 21st, and you know, whatever food is there, sometimes, you know, like there's been pizza or salt and pepper squid, like stuff like that, that's not something I would eat in my everyday life. but I'm not gonna not eat at a night out. You know, like if I'm out with my friends for a 21st and it starts at, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock, that's dinner time. Like, I'm not just gonna starve myself, and then I would end up getting drunk really quickly and then it would be a disaster. So yeah, every now and then I do, you know, indulge a little bit, especially when Hayden and I went to Europe. I had English chocolate, you know, like I had pizza and pasta in Italy. You know, life is all about balance, and I think sometimes you have to remember that the aesthetics of your body is not everything. The only reason I try and stick to my diet, well, no, I'm not calling it a diet. The only reason I stick to my eating habits mostly is because of how it makes me feel. And once I then eat bad food, I really do feel like pretty gross in my stomach. Like if I ate too much, if I ate normal chocolate, like I just feel really like gross and sick. And you know, if I was to eat Hungry Jack's next week, it would probably make me feel really gross. I had a piece of KFC chicken a couple months back, just one piece of original recipe, and honestly I was like, ew, I do never want this again, because it just made me feel disgusting. So like, yes, I have succumbed to eating like junk food, but usually it's not even really worth it. With all the food that I can create myself and all of the healthy good things I put into my body, I can feel a huge difference if I then eat stuff that's not good for me, because my body just basically rejects it. Like, I just feel sick after. My body's so used to eating such healthy foods, and I think that's a big part of it, is your body just needs to adjust to it. The first couple of weeks of eating really well and, you know, not eating junk food is going to be hard, because your body is basically in a detox and is getting rid of all these bad foods that it's been used to having for so long. And then once it sort of gets over that like detoxification, your body will thank you for it. You'll have so much more energy and you'll just feel so much better. Like, you know, my body hasn't probably changed that much in the past couple months, but I still feel amazing in my body because of what I fuel it with. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. That was like pretty much all of the questions, other than I get a lot of questions often about how I train and what I do for my training. And basically at the moment I'm mixing it up a lot between HIIT training and weights, walking in the morning, and then just doing like physical activity. You know, like in my last vlog, no, the vlog before that, I went to bounce with my friends and went kayaking, you know, just living an active lifestyle. And then doing HIIT training, I do Tabata a lot. I'm going to start Sarah Zay's Sweat It to Shred It ebook next week, and I'm going to do a bit of a review on that as well. And generally just anything that keeps my body moving and has me active is the sort of training I'm doing now. Before I went on holiday, I was doing 6 days a week of HIIT training. I was super, that's probably the fittest I've ever been in my life, and I definitely want to get back to that sort of fitness level because that was amazing. But yeah, so that's the sort of training I do. I very much mix it up and I don't put too much pressure on myself to train 6 days a week anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on, because the video is at 15 minutes, so I'm assuming I've rambled a lot. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, as I upload all the time. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!